Good morning, welcome to today's stream, welcome to this channel. If you are new here, do the usual, make sure that you are subscribed and smash that like button. We'll wait for a few people to jump in and then we'll crack on with some normal price analysis of Bitcoin to start with, and then we'll run through all the alts. As you can see, we're getting a bit of a bounce today. This setup I had set up from yesterday is not quite happened yet, but who knows, we could still get a drop to that range. So we'll wait for a few people to jump on and then we'll crack on and do some price analysis. Morning to everybody. If you would like to say, let me know where you're from in chat. If you got any questions regards to anything crypto related, then fire them in the chat and we'll see what's going on. So I want to start off with a little bit of news. Afternoon in Oz. We got a few people from Oz coming on chat on the stream at this time of day. It's early in UK, 08:55. So yeah, just a bit of news here. At Panama to present a crypto-related bill in July. So following what El Salvador's done, opposition political Gabriel Silva says he's seeking consensus to make cryptocurrency legal tender in Panama. We always know that people have mentioned it about the Panama being a bit of a tax haven for crypto, and as you can see, they're now bringing that into force, which is absolutely massive. Let's just see if we can find that tweet. Panama have been excellent. You're going to see a lot. I reckon a lot of the South American countries are going to jump on bandwagon soon. Which is that tweet? Can't find it, it tweets too much, but yeah, that's some bullish news coming out of Panama. July they're going to bang it through government, and then let's see if we manage to get it through. But let's have a look into Bitcoin anyway. This is a potential setup I had. If you were on my stream yesterday, I was looking at a drop to potentially 37k. We've actually bounced off this region here at about pretty much 38k on the nose. You would say it's probably some nice psychological support, 38k. And I was looking for a long around 37,200, 37,100 region. We've had a good bounce this morning. I think the market was a little bit indecisive yesterday. We had that, what do we have? We had that, we had FOMC meeting, didn't we? And a lot of people were expecting a bigger drop, and I was, to be honest, expecting a drop to here. But not much happened. We had a bit of volatility within some of these spikes, but I think that spike there, if you look at around 1400, was that time when that Powell was speaking. He didn't say anything to do with cryptocurrency, mainly inflation. He's not changing inflation rates yet, so we've actually bounced off this region, and let's see if we can maintain this bounce. If we do maintain it, we're going to come back up and test 40k again, but I'm still looking for a long around this region. We'll wait and see how the day pans out. Do know that we've got a weekend coming up, haven't we? Welcome everybody in chat. Near to Blackpool, Preston. Well, you're very, very close to me, Tom, mate. Very close. Morning, Alex. How you doing, mate? Yeah, you mentioned about Latin and South America as their stage set for RSR. I think that's going to be massive in South America, RSR. I've got a bag of RSR, so hopefully that can do well in the future. Not got a massive bag, but I think it's a substantial bag at the current prices. So not much going on in terms of BTC. We're having a nice bounce this morning, and that's pretty much dragging main time market up with it. Even some of the BTC pains, because the BTC pains have been lagging across most assets. If you look at ETH BTC, that's dropped off. ZIL BTC's dropped off again. Same for VeChain. But if you look at the dollar pairs, we're pretty much range bound. So let's have a look at Ethereum anyway. We've pretty much done about 78% retracement of our move, and we have started to push on. If you're looking at all these moves on these time frames, we just pretty much range bound, bouncing up to the top, coming down to retest, bounce up here, coming down to retest. I mean, you could say we are forming lower highs, which is quite a bearish sign, to be honest. But if we manage to use this area here and bounce up a support and wipe this higher low out, or this lower high, it might be okay. But yeah, things are looking a little bit bearish on that time frame. We are pretty much downtrending there, so let's see how the market plays out of it the next few days heading into the weekend. But in terms of buys, I think this is a buy zone still down here at 22.87. I think that's a decent area for it to potentially place some orders. And then targets have got to break above 26.40, and then we'll definitely push up towards that top region. So let's see how that goes. What are your thoughts on VRA, Veracity? Decent projects. I used to hold some, I don't know, maybe 18 months ago. Got quite a decent bonus. I remember when we got listed on KuCoin, you got quite a big bonus for moving your assets onto KuCoin. I ended up selling all my hold, but I think I've still got that bonus which I sent over. Not a massive bag. You're talking $100 in bonuses. So it's not much. I keep meaning to top up, but everything, like, I keep looking at all my other bags I'm holding, and then looking at all other projects out there. There's that many projects I want to invest in. It's bloody hard work to try and narrow your bags down. I had a bit of a top up this morning on AISDL. I just saw that on its arse, and I watched a video about how we put out yesterday. Let's have a look. I know it had such a severe drop right at the beginning. Look at that. Fundamentally, nothing is wrong with the AISDL. It just had a bit of a shitty launch, and I think they lost a bit of faith, and they lost some investors. So I tell you, I've bought 1 ETH's worth down at this price. I think I bought around here this morning. I think it was 16, 17 cent. Managed to buy here this morning. I'm just going to hold that and see what happens. 1 ETH's now could be worth absolute ton. I mean, if you look at that in terms of growth, where we've got to go back up to highs, and I do think it will retest those highs again. If you're looking from current prices up to that top, you're talking at 891% move, which is absolutely massive. So I've bought some of that now. It's on its arse. I think it's a solid buy. Fundamentally, nothing wrong with it. It just had a bit of a shit launch, and then promises of 1000% API, when in fact it pretty much had about 3% or something like that. But shit happens, doesn't it? The AISDL launch compared to Reef incident. Well, Reef was just heavily laden with FUD, wasn't it? I mean, there wasn't much FUD for well, there was FUD for AISDL, but the main FUD was that launch on its staking platform. So yeah, I'm still bullish on it. Had a shit launch, but like I say, that's what happens with new projects. If it goes smoothly, then you're on to a winner. But most of the time, we do pretty much struggle at the beginning. And Reef was nasty FUD, wasn't it? I was holding Reef at the same time. I think I've still got a bag of Reef. I think I'm down actually still. Let's have a look. I'll look at my portfolio and move the screen. Yeah, I'm down 30%, so I must have bought around 29 cent when I bought mine. But I'm not too fussed long term. If it does what it's going to say it's going to do, then happy days. Just hold on, and I think I'll be alright. Trying some new music this morning. I think it's already dog shit. Hope we get a load of DCMAs. Reef CEO is clueless, made some bad moves. Yeah. It's not been the best start for him, has it? What is Reef doing? I've not looked at Reef for a long time. Nobody's even asked for it in any streams, which is madness, because I remember when Reef come out, I did a few videos. I think one of my best performing videos, because everybody was at it. and now they've come to realise that, oh yeah, it's not the best, is it? They're not the best launch we've had. Obviously, we use this area of support back down at 16 cent. Did that major move to the upside. Pretty much stuck to this region for a long time. Rejected off that region at 3.7 cent, and it's pretty much downtrending that down on that daily time frame. I think if you're looking for some buys, I'd still potentially place them at 1.6 cent, and you never know. I think long term though, like I say, like Osiris, if I can read it right, says there, it's going to be okay. Super early still, and it is super early. I mean, we've only got data on this chart from December, so it's what, 6 month old. Projects take a long time to develop. You're talking years, not months. So long term, I think you'll be sound. But if you're looking for buys to top up, I think that's a region down there. We've had 2 weeks to the downside at 1.6, 1.7 cents. So probably a decent level for you to look at down there. Serpento is a great time, mate. Great accumulation time to get in. We're starting to die off here. If you've got any projects you want me to cover, fire them in chat and I'll do some altcoin analysis. As you can see, not much going on Bitcoin in terms of, we are on a bit of a rise at the minute. Let's see how that materializes. If we can come up and test 40k region, I think my long position will be out of the window. But you never know. It could just be a little relief bounce before we do drop back down to that region. So fingers crossed we can get a long open down at them levels. Do you reckon it's another, what's a E-dump, mate? Oh, weekend. Well, the last 2 weekends have been okay, haven't they? The last 2 weekends, I mean, last weekend was sideways. Weekend before that we had a bit of a dump on a Saturday morning, but it recovered on Sunday. So I think the weekends are getting a little bit stronger, to be honest. But let's see what goes on, mate. Let's see how it goes. Right, a few requests here. So Enjin coin, let's start off on the weekly time frame. Majorly bearish on that time frame. As you can see, we created them highs and we've obviously gone into that overall market drop. So weekly time frame looking bearish. Daily time frame, we are actually in a period of bullish and upward momentum. RSI was well oversold, so you would expect a bounce, which was around here, and we did bounce up to that $2 region. We rejected off $2, so that's looking okay on that time. In a 4 hour, looks like we're coming to a bit of a bearish end, to be honest. A potential crossover inbound here, maybe, depends how this move goes. RSIs are on mid-ground, so that's okay. But look at this move if you're looking for some buys. I think potentially it could always come down to this $1.30 region. So as you can see, we've done this move up, not much of a relief anyway, so you would either expect to drop to this range, which I've done already, so that could be over and we could push up, or we could do this, we could push back up, test at 618 level, and then could push back up after that and test at 0.27 level at 167. So if you're looking for some buys, I mean, this level was the buy region at 139, held it well actually. So many wicks on that 139 region, but if we reject again, we might come down to 130. Massive spider. But if you're looking to ride this up and take some profits, then $1.64 and $1.78 will be decent. So I want to have a look at actually. Just have a look at Bitcoin on the daily. See how that crossover is doing. Nowhere near a minute, is it? XRPT. What the hell's that? I remember I invested in something called XRPX when I was first into crypto, and that ended up being a scam. So usually, if there's a project whichever puts another letter on the end of it and which tries to be something like the other one, I never look at it, to be honest. Usually scams. Look at Bondly, possible Binance listing with NFT marketplace. I've heard of Bondly a few times. Never looked into it, but let's have a look at it. Fairly reasonable supply, just less than 1 billion. Let's just have a quick look at her website. So many NFT platforms coming out now. So buy Bondly ETH tokens, buy Bondly BTC tokens. Oh, so it's a multi-chain. Launchpad, NFTs, staking, all them things that you should be looking for. And where we're trading actually. Uniswap, Bittrex, Hotbit's a horrible exchange. Gate.io, that's getting a lot of listings recently. So look it on here. It's not the best looking chart, is it? Where are we currently? So Bondly, let's just have a look at it on my daily. Well, that looks nasty, doesn't it? That's a massive retracement. 87%, so I have seen lower retracements, to be honest, but if you're looking at this area around here, it's pretty much around that, so it does show that is pretty much the liquidity area around. What the fuck's going on the screen? So that's your area of liquidity where you would expect the buy zones and the accumulation to be happening. We've done pretty much, if you zoom right in onto the 4 hour, I mean, can't really do a TA on that, just buy in and hodl. It's at 14 cent. I mean, it's been all the way down to 11 cent, so maybe if you want to top up, wait to see if it comes down to 11 cent again. But I think you really need to break out of a structure here. You can see it's downtrending. So you really need to break out of that structure to the upside and then push above this region at 25 cents to regain some momentum, because currently it's looking nasty, right, isn't it? What questions else we got here? I'll have a look at XRPT in a second for you, mate. Seeing as though you're banging on. Do you think VeChain, VTHO will pull through? Of course, mate. They all will pull through. I think we've still got another major run in this cycle, and VeChain itself, solid asset. That drop was nothing fundamentally wrong with the project, it was just general market sentiment. In my opinion, I still think we've got another run in this market. If you're looking for some buys, maybe target 9.8 cent down there. It looks like it's rolling over a bit, so I would take a look at that. But I'm still keeping my eyes on this Bitcoin stock to flow. Let's see if we can get another push to the upside and create a nice big nasty spike like we did in 2013 and 17. Need a big spike up here. Bitcoin to 100k. And then everything else will follow, and you'll see some major parabolic growth. What's this XRPT anyway? Is it on here? It's not on there. If it's not on Binance, it's usually, if it's not on CoinMarketCap, then it's usually not worth looking at. It's not anywhere at the minute, mate, so I can't really look at that. I'm not looking at anything that's got no stats, so. I'm definitely not watching Shiba, mate. Definitely not. $30 to 100x over 2 years. No, thank you. I've just checked, it's not literally on any of the two major statistic websites, so I'm not going to look at it. 1 inch. It's pretty much sideways chop around here now, isn't it? Dropped to a 4 hour. Guesstimation around there. So 1 inch is pretty much range bound, isn't it? It's, you'll probably get bored of me saying this, but most coins are pretty much in a period of consolidation now, and you could say accumulation period for the next leg up. And I think that's pretty much wise to say that. I think we've still got a big leg coming up, to be honest. And maybe if you're looking for some buys, I mean, you could say we created a bit of a bull flag there, to be honest. So that could be a good sign. But if we reject, as you can see, we've had a double top there. So we may reject, and if you're looking for some buys, I'd pretty much target 339, or even this region down here. $3 is pretty much central range, and on that 618 level. So I think that could be a nice area to top up if you are into 1 inch. If though, if we break and break above this level here, we're obviously going to test 432, 4821. 4821 is a key area because it's within that range around there where there's quite a bit of liquidity. You're talking about a week's worth of trading in there, so I think that's a key area to break through at some stage. XPRT, alright. Fuck me. Right, I'll have a look. Just to shut you up. Right, there you go. Where is it trading? Don't tell me it's trading on Hotbit, please. Sendex, which is Bitmax and Gate.io. So a quick look at website. It sure is, there's so many websites that just look similar and well laid out, and decentralized finance, DeFi, non-fungible token. That's what everybody's aiming at now. Out of DeFi, NFTs, POS. I think there's thousands of projects which are acting insane, but who's backing us? I'll have made a research. Yeah, not too bad actually. Terra's decent. Terra Luna, Interchain, some decent companies there backing them. Let's have a look at some charts. It's not much of a drop compared to some others, has it? Only got data back to April though, so it must be fairly new. Taking our short-term highs at $16, so we'll mark that region up. Period of consolidation now, aren't we? Obviously we've had a few break up above and a few breaks below, but it's held up pretty well, to be honest, hasn't it? If you look at that drop that it's had, not much of a drop compared to some others. Some have done 60, 70, 80%, even 90% across the board. Like AISDL did a massive drop and popped up quite well, so it just showed that there was a bit of strength there, or depending how much volume you're getting. I've got how many links up now, I can't find out. $600k volume, down a fair old chunk, so it's not a major amount of volume. That's why you're seeing pretty much sideways action. Let's get rid of that. I think if you're looking to buy some or maybe top on it, buy within this range. I think 10 cent is pretty much held up as support all the way through, hasn't it? So that's only $10. $10 is probably a decent level to top up. I mean, you've got to look at targeting that range at 13 cents to then continuing that uptrend. Does MATIC generally follow what ETH does on the charts? Shall we have a look? I don't think it does, mate, no. So if you're looking at ETH, and then compare that to what? That's not working, is it? You can't really get a good picture of it there, can you? And if you look at that dip there, let's tell you, let's go back onto the daily. So that chart pattern's not similar at all, is it? As you can see, we had a big V recovery here, which happened there, but we had a massive spike up on MATIC, so yeah, very dissimilar, to be honest. Did I hear about the Titan rug pull? Yes, I did. Saw it all over Twitter this morning. See that one? So. Which one is it? That's the one. Absolutely savage. I mean, it's only been trading for a few months, hasn't it? %, nasty. Yeah, you wouldn't be invested in that now, would you? Constant. Obviously, it's still going down 68 cents. I think that's the right one. I presume it is. Looks absolutely nasty on the charts. It's a horrific chart, in fact. So many pumps and so many dumps. That just looks like a pure pump and dump, doesn't it? Let's see if we go back up and test 40k today, huh? L-Bank. What am I drinking? This is some blackcurrant cordial. I'm not sure what you call it, whichever country you're from. Cordial, that type of stuff. Squash, yeah, that's a proper word for it, isn't it? Let's have a look at Polkadot. We've not looked at Polkadot for a long time. Yeah, squash, mate. So this is pretty much similar scenario to most of alts as well. We are sideways action. I remember when I was talking about Polkadot back here a lot, and I was saying, God, this is cheap. And I said anything under $5 will be an absolute steal. I think I managed to get most of my Polkadot about $3. Then had this massive spike up to 10. Said anything under $10 or steal, and then bang, pop straight up. Obviously we've come down, and I think honestly anything within this range now is a solid buy on Polkadot if you're looking to get in. I think anywhere within this range on this line I've got here, which has acted as support quite a few times at $22, I think that's a solid buy. If you can get anything sub 20, I think it'll be solid. What am I bullish on? Bullish on this. I'm massively bullish on Polkadot. We do know we've got parachains coming out soon, parachain auctions, and I think once some of these parachains win their auction slots, remember there's only 100 slots, I think some projects are going to absolutely fly towards the back end of this year, Q3, Q4, I think will be absolutely massive. I think this is going to absolutely blow way above $150, $200 this cycle. So look at this on the daily. I did a price prediction video on Polkadot around January, and I said 50 bucks, but we didn't quite get there, but I mean near enough. And now I think it can go a lot higher. To be honest, I'm looking above this region around here. I think personally, we've still got a lot of growth on this bull cycle to appear once we do get out of this consolidation period that we're in.
I see the lies in their mind, and you can't decide cause they only blinding. Go away and go from the bad guys, follow my advice cause they're gonna be biting you. They're gonna kill you.
I need to show you as well an indicator that we're testing out. Actually no, I won't. Show it in the next video. What other projects you want me to take a look at? I'll do about another 20 minutes and I'll get off that day. Need to go and do some training. Bitcoin dominance still rejecting off that 46% region. It's a key area for it. If Bitcoin goes on a move, it's going to absolutely blast through this region. I've just noticed as well, Bitcoin have now, Binance have put on a trading pair which is Bitcoin dominance, so you can now trade for dominance on Bitcoin on Binance. So I think we're just trying to get money from pretty much anything really, aren't we? I think Cardano will succeed expectations. I don't know, I prefer Polkadot to Cardano, so I can't really comment on that. I never look into it. I just prefer what Polkadot's doing, to be honest.
I see the violence in your eyes, and it's a silent fighting. I see the lies in their mind, and you can't decide cause they only blinding. Go away and go from the bad guys, follow my advice cause they're gonna be biting you. They're gonna kill if you let them through.
Hot's had quite a long period of sell-off here on it. I mean, look at that. Currently sat at 75% down from them highs. We've been down 83%. We've made a good recovery from that, and you'll get bored of me banging on about it, but it's pretty much going sideways now. Not much going on in terms of growth. We just need some. I think we need to decide what Bitcoin's going to do for the rest of the market to follow it. But maybe if you're looking for some buys, probably this region is a bottom now. We have bounced off that 618 level, and I think it's going to push on now. No, not much going on there though. Let's just have a look at BTC on the lower time frame, see what's going on. Still indecision with BTC. We've had a current little bounce, but I mean we could soon roll over. I'm still looking for buys down at 37,169. Might not happen, but let's just monitor it and see what goes on. Any questions with anything to do with anything other than price analysis? What about with Death Cross? If it happens, doesn't it? I mean, it's not going to cause anything major to happen. Obviously, we might get an initial small drop, but it's not a major indicator for me. It's a lagging indicator. It's a daily time frame, so use the EMA 55 and EMA 200. As you can see, we've not had a crossover since the bullish one back in May of last year. We did have a bearish one here. If you look, it shows the last bearish cross we had. We had an initial drop followed by a massive pump. So I mean, depending what happens, you could get a initial bearish cross. So you could let's look at on this chart here. I've already got a bit of a setup here. So imagine if this now crosses over that. So if the 55 drops through the 200, you could get a initial sell-off. But what would happen then is it would just get bought straight up. You could see the price react down here, maybe bounce to 30k again, and then I think it would ultimately go on to create new all-time highs. So not too worried about a bearish cross, to be honest, mate. Not a massive fan of the moving averages. Maybe if you're using them for trading on the lower time frames and scalping them out, but over massive time frames, like say the last bearish cross, that actually led to a major pump, and this was this pump here. So it was only a short-term thing, and then the market picked up some momentum after that COVID crash, and it pushed back on. So personally, not too worried about it. If it does happen, it might not happen. You might get a scenario like this when these moving averages might just start swinging up, and you might get a massive wave like that. This drop might not happen at all. So in both scenarios, whether we either get a drop or a separation, I still think that I'll be bullish over the course of the next few months. You are potentially looking for entries, yeah, if you get a death cross, but I mean, it could just pump out of nowhere and leave that death cross behind. So just monitor price if you're looking for entries. I mean, I'm looking for entries currently at around 3,700, around this region. What's this music, by the way? So yeah, I'm looking for entries down here. I've got this long position set up. I've got an order set. So if we do pop down to 37,169, I'll open along. But as you can see, the market is pushing up nicely at the moment. Pretty much use 3,800 as a nice level of support. So let's see if we can maintain this move here, because sometimes these recoveries are short-lived. So you might get a potential setup like we've had that major move to the upside, retracement. This could be a little relief before the next pop down, or it could be just another move straight to the upside. So let's see what goes on here, eh? But yeah, if you do get that crossover and you want to trade it, good luck to you, mate. We are pushing on a minute though, so it's looking okay. Let's just have a look at the aggregator. V3 version. Volume is always important, mate. Why is this not working? This is a good website. I'll drop it in the chat. But yeah, if you're looking to monitor Bitcoin major sales and sells across multiple exchanges, check this out. It's quite a cool aggregator of all trades. As you can see, these are trades coming through now on BTC USD perpetual. I've got it set to all trades over $100,000. Could had some major growth here, so he must have seen some big orders coming through. It's only a 10-second time frame. So what? Monitor at a minute. Wait for some, see if there's any liquidations coming too. I mean, yesterday I think we had some major liquidations popping and some pure fucking wreckage going on, but no major wrecks yet. But we'll monitor that, see how it goes. Usually takes a massive amount of price action to bring that in. Crypto 7, how you doing, buddy? How important is a volume in this stage? Well, we need volume, don't we? I mean, not much is going on. That's why you're seeing pretty much a consolidation period, to be honest. In terms of, if we just look at this on the 4-hour time frame, not much going on really. The volume is fairly low, as you can see by the bottom. Not much going on in volume. Last time we had some major volume was that massive spike to the downside around here. So yeah, volume is lacking at a minute. But we need to see that increase to either see a major move to the upside or a major move to the downside. But so far, it's a little bit indecisive, isn't it? Want this uptrend to pretty much continue as well. This 4-hour, as you can see, we created the first move here, then followed by a higher low. What we could be creating here is another higher low. If you look at, let's go back to my Binance chart. So on this latest move here, this was the bottom. We have created a higher low, and this here could be the start of another higher low before the next major leg up. So bottom of the move, first higher low, second high low, and then that pretty much adds us some structure, and it does give us some legs to stand on before that next major move to the upside. So if BTC does break above here at 40,800 and continues up, I think that's going to bring the entire market with it at some stage. Am I trading using stop losses? I'm not trading at a minute, mate. I'm only looking to open a short-term long position on Bitcoin. But yeah, obviously I will have stop losses in. Usually I put a stop loss around 5 to 10%. Depends though, like, you know, most of my money is held in long-term spot investments at a minute. So in terms of trading, I'm only looking to open one long on Bitcoin here and monitor that for now. Is it like to break over a weekend? Yeah, possible, mate. Always possible to break over a weekend. Definitely. Can you do a video on VJX? I've not done a video on Voyager for ages. I'll try and fire one out for you this week, mate. BTC, it's looking good this morning. It's bounced nicely after that indecision yesterday. Nobody knew what was going on yesterday, did we? We had quite a volatile time. If you look at this on the look at me hourly sec. This was a period of loads of wicks to the upside and downside, and nobody knew what was going on. We were waiting for Powell to say something. He didn't say anything to do with cryptocurrency, which is a bonus because he usually can talk some shite about it. Like music, well, I'm trying some different music today, and every time I try some new music, I get a load of DCMA copyright against me. So let's see how this one does. Supposedly this one is free copyright, no DMCA, free music, no copyright claim. So let's see how that holds out here. Shall we have a look at Voyager for you? Where's BQX on here? There's. I used to cover Voyager a lot. I held it for a while, but managed to get out with a decent chunk of profit. This has been up to $10 before, hasn't it? I mean, recently been up to $7.80. Still downtrending though. I was looking at this period down here. We had a period of consolidation on a downtrend before we had a break up. I was looking at around here, but it never played out. But in terms of Voyager, still downtrending. We need to break above that downtrend to give us any hope of a recovery. We're using that 786 level here as a level of support. If you look all the way through, we use that as a solid area of support. It's pretty much $2.29. We use it as support here. Not many closures below it, so I don't think it's going any lower than that, to be honest. I think that's probably the lowest we'll go. If you're looking for some buys, place some orders in that region. And then ride it out. I think we will break out of there soon. Nasty looking downtrend that, but it's a solid. I think Voyager hold an absolute ton of Bitcoin as well, don't they? On their books. So I think that'll break out at some stage. Maybe even break out right around here as a bullish pendant would say. So let's see if it does get this little bit of a zigzag in this area and then come out. Maybe come back and test this region and then bang straight up. Too many BT shorts. There's loads. I think there's a BT shorts chart somewhere. Let me try and find it. Can't find it. Never mind. What is BTC USDT shorts? Oh, there you go. As you can see, the shorts are building up, aren't they? Fair old amount of shorts there. Usually when you've got such a significant amount of shorts getting built up, you usually get liquidated by longs, don't they? So you might get a major. That's rising up quite substantially now, isn't it? That is a fair old chunk of shorts building up, and as you can see, last time we had a fair old build up of shorts. They got wrecked straight away, and I can see the same happening again here. That's quite a bullish chart for me, to be honest. That the price should start pushing up soon. I think once that gets to a stage where shorts are well overexposed, it might get dumped into, and that might react on the price. Yeah, so it's a good chart to monitor if you're using TradingView. Keep your eye on that chart. Kusama, any notes? I was looking for a setup on Kusama. If you're on the stream yesterday, I covered Kusama and I said I was looking at impulse move up, what we got, and I was looking for an impulse move down to that 618 level, but as BTC is pushing on at a minute, currently 39,300, it's dragging the market back up with it. So I mean, this position might not happen. So buys, I always usually say ladder your buys in anyway. So I mean, if you're looking for buys, I would have laddered them from this region all the way down to 272, but pretty much 350 is held up as some nice support there, and it's probably going to push on, depending how BTC does, obviously. It's looking good at the minute. As you can see, we just had one short wreck this morning, $19,000. That was short, pretty much got liquidated at 39397. Only question is whether a couple of months or sooner before Moon. I think it's going to take a while, maybe up towards the back end of July. I think I can start seeing substantial growth again. But we might break out of this range soon, maybe pop up to 40, 45k and maybe hover around there for a few weeks. It's not going to be straight back up, is it? So let's just monitor it and see how it goes on. Let's see if any more wreck shorts come in. As you can see, there's a fair old chunk of buys getting pushed through. We'll do another 10 minutes. We'll do another 10 minutes, make it up to an hour, and then we'll call it a day. So if you've got any questions, fire me in chat. 70 people in here, 26 likes. Smash that like button, get up to about 50, and we'll see if we can drag a few more people in. If we drag a few more people in, we'll stay on a bit longer. So far it's looking like a decent bounce here at the minute. Let's see if we can maintain this bounce and push back on. I mean, if we get back up to this region around here where we were rejecting so many times, I think that'll be key. So let's just highlight that region around there. If we can manage to get up to here without rejecting before it, I think it should be a bullish sign, because we will have recaptured that liquidity zone at around 40k. 40k has been massive for Bitcoin. It's been huge. It's been a tough area to break through. As you can see on the lower time frames, we did get some closures above that magical 40,800. That's a big level for me, 40,800. We've pretty much had no closures above that on the 4 hours since 21st of May, so we're talking a solid month away now. Danny, I reckon so, mate. Maybe even higher than that. Any decent buy zones for DOT? Depends if this rally materialises for Bitcoin. If we've done that 50% retracement, haven't we? I mean, I'll still look at buys within this mid-range at 22 bucks. See how this goes. This can just be a little relief before it does drop, but I think if you're looking for some buys, I'd still target this region around here about 22 bucks. You can look at inch points of auto. I don't know what auto is. I had a double top there, which is quite a usually bearish setup. Clinging on to this 382 level. Potentially, if you're looking for some buys, target this region here at 77 cent. Could be a decent level. Given your current market conditions, would you exchange your alts for sats? I'm not personally. I've got some Bitcoin on the side to push into alts if the dominance just fly up. I mean, looking at BTC dominance here. Look at it on the weekly. If you was looking to do it, I mean, you may be a little bit late. I think that was the area around here to maybe convert some some alts into BTC. But I'm still looking for a setup, to be honest. I think if you did sell alts into BTC now, I'm still looking for a breakout to 45-50k. So that might drag the altcoin dominance, Bitcoin market dominance back up, because really Bitcoin does need to regain some market dominance. I mean, look at that. It dropped like an absolute lead balloon, didn't it? When no relief at any of these support levels, it dropped away from. We've managed to find support at 40%, and we've rejected off this level 46% quite a few times now. So I think if Bitcoin does go on a run, I think it will push through, and you maybe swap back to alts when we're at about 52%. So that's a bit of a setup I've got there on the BTC dominance chart. Afternoon, Bobby. Why is AMP so bullish? Never looked at it, man. What's on Harmony, the next big thing to pump? I must have put this setup in yesterday's video. Harmony one, we're looking for that golden ratio retracement, and look at that, pretty much hit that to a T. So if you did watch yesterday's video and you managed to get some buys within this range, I think we didn't obviously do that 78% retracement, but we have done about 61% there. So that was a decent buy. We didn't absolutely hit it to a T, so I mean, if you put the exact numbers in, but I think 7.8 to 8% would have been a decent region to buy. And as you can see, it's reacted nicely. Let's come back down to test this 382 level, but I think that's going to push on now. It looks alright. It's done what we've asked it for and what we've thought. So yeah, should push on from here. What do you think about the coin Hydra? Never massively looked into it, but I'm a big fan of Evido, and that is swapping to a Hydra chain at some stage, because the Ethereum network is not exactly what they need. I think the Hydra chain is more scale, but it's a staking coin as well, isn't it? So I think the network itself is decent. It's what Evido are looking for, a blockchain which we can use in tandem with event industry. So I've not looked at the coin itself, but I've looked at the chain, and it's decent. It's a decent staking asset, and it's going to be used on multiple projects. So yeah, it's decent, mate. That is right, that mate, Crypto7. The YouTuber put a bit of a ban on crypto YouTube videos. So if you look at crypto YouTubers across the board, they've all been losing like 50-60% of the views, and they used to post them onto people's own pages, but they just don't push videos out anymore. So it's hard actually getting views. But it's not all about views, is it? I mean, I'm here just to share my content with whoever wants to look at it. I'm not too fussy if we don't get shitloads of people in here, but it is disgusting move, yeah. Hopefully it's just a short-term thing, because I think some of the crypto YouTubers are pushing out, well, they do push out that much clickbait and absolute dog shit that YouTube probably acted in and thought, right, we're gonna make a stand on this for now, or it's just an anti-crypto thing, isn't it? I mean, yeah, same mate. I was getting like 10-15,000 views a day. Now it's dropped to about 2, but shit happens, doesn't it? We'll keep producing content and keep doing this stream, so it is what it is, isn't it? It's not all about money sometimes. Investments can cover that, can't they? The whole family have COVID again, getting ridiculous now. What is it, like a fucking Denmark variant or something random? Keep bringing new variants out, don't they? The clickbait is ruining my space. BitBoy did a video the other day. I don't watch his content, but just somebody shared it in my Telegram group saying ETH to $85,000. What's wrong with people? Why would he even put that? Are you into Phantom? I'm not, mate. I've never looked into Phantom. I remember somebody talking about Phantom years ago, and I never invested in it really. Good job you do, mate. Crypto from home is a way ahead. I'm hoping to get that way at some stage of this towards the end of this year. We're taking a look at Moonbeam network. I'm not sure. Have a look. I like all these Polkadot websites for class, aren't they? Future's multi-chain. An Ethereum compatible smart contract parachain on Polkadot. This must be that I watched a video on what was it? Gavin Wood, and he was talking about that interaction with Polkadot to Ethereum chain, and I presume that this could be it, couldn't it? The easiest path to multi-chain, minimal configurations changes, smart contract languages which will be the same, Solidarity, Viper, yep, that's all linked in with Ethereum. Quite a cool concept. Yeah, like I say, I remember him talking about this. I didn't know what to call Moonbeam, but looks decent, that. Very smart website. Is it trading anywhere yet, is it? BitBoy Panic sold up. I remember him saying that he'd sold a lot of his assets into stable coins. His $10 million wallet. Yeah, I pay no attention to him. To be fair, I don't watch many crypto YouTubers. Tokens aren't out yet, but looks promising. It does, mate. It actually looks quite interesting. I've got that on my list, and Polkadot, both of them. Moonbeam. Both look like anything that's coming in on Polkadot this year is going to be class, and I'm looking forward to it. I think you should all be holding Polkadot as well. Polkadot's an absolute solid project to keep your eyes on. Did we finish looking at how many won? I think we did, didn't we? Plutus. Somebody mentioned Plutus yesterday. I'm not sure it was, but didn't quite drop to 555 where you had some orders in. 568. I would still look at buying anything around this level now, to be honest. Right, that's going to do it for today anyway. That's about an hour done, so no, I've not seen Omni and that. I'll add that to my list to check out. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. For some reason I've gone all blurry on cam, so I'm going to call it a day. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribed. Crack that like button, and I'll catch you next time.